Hey guys, welcome back to Project Zomboid for the all negative traits character playthrough. Now just some negative traits, but we're overweight again, and today we want to be hot wiring cars, for which we're going to need to get an electrical level 2, and I'm pretty much just planning on fast forwarding a lot of that progress and grinding through here today. The reason I didn't do it off camera is because the way Adobe Premiere has been rendering some of my videos has been a little odd lately, and I don't understand it, so I kind of have to do it through at the beginning, so it's going to be a lot of weird, fast motion stuff. But I figure while I'm at it, and if, you know, I don't want to leave too far from... One of my potatoes died! Damn. I hope that the rest are okay. I guess I'll have to give them a quick look. But I figure I may as well stay at home, work out, pushing this tree, and eating a few more potatoes while I can. Because our character's actually gotten more overweight again. He's 87 kilograms, and we want to get that down to about 85. Basically, I'm planning on being normally fit and somewhat stronger by the time that we get back into town. It's not really the strength, it's more just the fitness that I care about. But by the time that we get back into town, and I'm thinking of going back to Muldraw for the remaining electronics. These ones seem fine, but I may actually want to give them a little bit of extra water, because we haven't had rainwater, we've had like snow, which doesn't actually count as water, unfortunately, even the way that it melts into the ground. But anyway, we'll fix up these potatoes, we'll push the tree, and then we'll head back out to town to do a little bit more car or electronics dismantling, and then hopefully car hot wiring in the future. Okay, these potatoes are ready for harvest, but even though that a couple of them are dying, I'm not actually going to harvest any of them because we want to wait for them to come to bear seed. Otherwise, there won't be any more potatoes. We need more potatoes so that we can keep on living indefinitely throughout the winter without caring, which is probably the most important part of this. We'll finish this up and then get back into town and get that electrical going. Okay, we're finally back down into an acceptable weight range. We're at 84 kilograms, which is not really going to hurt us in any way. Generally speaking, we just want to keep that between 75 and 85 kilograms. But at this point, I'm thinking we'll actually max out, or we'll get to level 7 strength and before we get to level 5 fitness, but we'll probably get both. Then we'll make our way back into town, max out our electrical, and then we'll be hot wiring cars, and we'll be having a fairly easy time of it because we'll then finally be at a normal level of fitness. But these are at least this level of fitness is what most characters start out as if you don't take any stat changes. And assuming that you don't grotesquely change your weight to ruin your fitness. That was a scream. Okay. I should mention that I'm trying to at least react a little bit because there are some zombies around here. They did respawn in the area nearby my base, and I actually had to replace the door because they broke down the door over here, but I haven't seen them anywhere around here, though I did have to come out of fast motion for one of them. But anyway, I think we'll just finish this up and then get on with our lives. Okay, and it looks like these potatoes have now borne seed, and they're all ready to harvest. So at this point, I'm going to get my weight back up above the overweight range. We'll be overweight again, and then we'll lose more weight, slingshotting ourselves into higher fitness, higher strength, and then eventually get back into normal weight range. So, you know, like fattening yourself up in the winter only to... Yeah, see, there we go. We got fresh potato seeds. I'm going to see if I can get these in a little bit of time, but I'd rather have slightly not so great to eat potatoes than lose half of my crop. So I think I'm just going to harvest. I'm going to harvest all of these potatoes as they are, just so that I can get all of the seeds. I want to make sure that all of the seeds are safe. Stupid that you can't just take out the seeds and then leave the potatoes in the ground for a bit, because they do tend to stay fresh. I think a bit longer. But we'll do that, we'll finish that up, and then get on with our fitness journey. Okay, I should also mention at this point, and I'll just leave it out so that you can see me as I time-lapse, The farming skill is increasing alarmingly quickly when we do this. What we're at 224.81, now 237.93. So like, what is that, about a little over 13 experience points for every single crop that we're harvesting. And I think that has to do with how well we do. Yeah, see, like this one has not yet borne seed. We're just going to take it out of the ground anyway so that I can keep peace of mind. But yeah, we're getting a lot of farming experience too. I'm not entirely sure what that's actually helping us with right now, because I'll never be able to, as far as I know, I'll never be able to craft mildew spray. There may be a point at which my character just gets enough farming experience that he doesn't even need the recipe book anymore. I've heard there's some stuff like that, like with generators. Some of you guys have been saying electricity level 3, even if you don't read the generator book, you still get to use generators. So that's kind of TBD, but you know, let's see how far we can take this with an illiterate character who's now holding 223 potatoes in his hand, I will add on, which is kind of crazy. Are those actually going to... Okay, so they do take care of my thirst, so I could pretty much just stay at that tree forever now. All right, let's begin the potato feast. I wonder how much 241 potatoes covers. We have 64 kilograms worth of stuff in our hands, but fortunately we cannot be crushed by potatoes to end our lives, which would be kind of hilarious, but also a little bit depressing. This is actually a fantastic way to do it. We should get full any moment now. Any moment now. Though the chevron still isn't disappearing. These may be more or less like worms. The one part that I am frustrated by is that I do not have the nutritionist trait. And wow, that is a lot of potatoes for one man. That's so many potatoes. How do you fit all of those in your stomach? I'm just gonna keep on going until this chevron goes away. It's almost like eating worms, but I can't, unfortunately, pinpoint the exact calorie amount, and I think that the wiki is wrong because it said about 14 calories per potato. I somehow question that, though. Last but not least, I know I could be cooking these, but like, for the love of God, I just don't want to spend that much time cooking these, to be completely honest. So, and I'm also thinking I'm pretty much doomed to be permanently miserable, just the way that the blood reacts with my clothing until I find a lot of clothing. So I've just kind of doomed myself to always be unhappy. Yes, I could use rotten ingredients in time, but for right now, I think that we're okay. Wow, we are quickly going back down. Oh, great, time for more potatoes. I will say this man has now eaten over 90 potatoes in 24 hours. That's crazy. Alright, and we just ate 260 potatoes, and we have actually lost weight. 260 potatoes in the span of about 4 days. I did not ever think I would utter that sentence. 83 kilograms. Fitness level 5. We're down a trait. And strength level 7, so still stout. We aren't yet strong. We're only stout, but now it's time to go back to town. Now fit and stout, slightly more stout than before, and push zombies and find electronics. But at this point, I'm sick of that town to the west of us. So I have two options. I could go to Riverside, or I could actually three. I could go back to Muldraw. But I don't like Muldraw, so I think I'm going to go back to Rosewood. And then in Rosewood, I'll disassemble a lot of electronic devices. Maybe even find a little bit more gas at the gas station. And then afterward, we will return here. Now strong and fast and good. And you know, I mean, like, you start out the game, to be fair, you start out the game at 80 kilograms. So right now we're 83, so we're technically even, like, slightly chunky. So I think, yeah, you know what, screw it. Let's just go to town, but we won't try to be strong in town. Really, the strength is there only so that when we meet zombies, we can then push them to the ground quickly, get a reliable you know, to the ground, and then, you know, or a reliable fall that we're going after. Then as they get up, stab them in the back, which seems to be a very good play if we want to, you know, quickly dispose of them. And then, hopefully just not make a lot of noise, hopefully avoid a lot of them. And at this point, we will have hot wiring, we will have much more fitness and strength. It's going to take another 90,000 strength to get to the next level. We did already get 1,000 out of that. I don't think it will be so bad. What I might end up doing for Worm Man, for his own sake, is to less frequently update him, because this is becoming a lot of grinding that he has to do. And you kind of, I wanted to give you one live showcase of what he goes through in order to level up. But first off, these potato seeds are actually weighing me down, I think, so I need to put these in bags and then abandon home and go to Rosewood. Okay, we're setting off on our trip to Rosewood with very, very little gas. We do have a lot of the survival items that I've been hoping for, though. Primarily, I'm talking about the umbrella. I don't mind avoiding the zombies, it's just that I don't want to get wet in the rain. You know, like, you have weird pet peeves, but at this point, we'll go there. Any car wrecks that we see along the way, we'll see if we can just salvage them. If this car gets trapped in the middle of nowhere, it won't be such a big deal, because we could always just look around for more gas and grab something out of another car, but I'm hoping we will be able to siphon at least some. Not looking good right now, but, I mean, you know, what else do we have the other way, I figure, at this point? And I've got enough stuff in the trunk, just in case if I wind up stranded somewhere, to hopefully make a living for a few days on my way back. I'd also had somebody ask in a previous video, how do I drive so smoothly? Actually, it's not really a good thing, it's because I have Sunday Driver on, but I find that Sunday Driver is actually a very good self-control mechanism, because when I'm driving on my own, I tend to drive way too fast, and I've seen a lot of players crash. So I honestly recommend taking Sunday Driver, just because cars tend to go too fast in this game, and don't be one of those people, I suppose. But let's see if this car has gas. I don't think I left any in here, but I did not. Alright, next car. Oh, and one more thing. So the reason why I didn't plant potatoes or cabbages while I was gone is because... God damn you zombies. Alright, is because... I don't want to think about the snows not watering my plants, and it's really just one more thing to think about, and it's completely okay for us to be underweight. We can eventually get back the weight with like some sort of cabbage greenhouse if we want. Please don't give out tires. You know what, actually, now that I've kind of perfected my killing technique in this game, I probably should not use that trick so much anymore, but it is very, very satisfying nonetheless. Alright, let's see if this car is in better condition than mine. Nothing. We could eventually use this as a hot-wired car, though I'm guessing it looks like it's in decent condition, but sometimes you pop open the hood and find out the complete contrary. Let's just see. Alright, this one is a piece of crap, and what about this one? Another piece of crap. Okay, so neither of these cars would I really give too much for. But let's also just take out my knife, and you should be able to smash the front right window. Let's also just see, does this one have... No, this one doesn't even have gasoline in it. Okay, so then this car is completely worthless to us, and it has a rubber band in it. Great, okay. Let's leave. See, does it have anything? I was hoping for that. I don't think I've found one of these at all. Well, I think we can actually replace tires now. Isn't that special? Okay, let's take that, and... God damn, I hope I packed enough water. Yeah, we are running low on water. Okay, we are just gonna continue our fabulous trip to Rosewood. Let's add more please have some gasoline inside. Nope, there is very little gasoline in here. Okay, so we may putt along a bit longer. but hopefully we'll make it there with a car intact. Yeah, I'm not happy with the density of zombies as we get closer to Rosewood. I'm not happy with it at all, because this means there'll be more in Rosewood, and I'm not ready for more. I'm ready for less. So, at this point, we are getting really, really close to the city, and I think what I'm gonna end up doing... look at that. Look at that bullshit. And we are pretty much in Rosewood now. I have two options. I could park on the northern end, in wherewithal there are this many in the gas station. I was hoping there would be more cars in here. Unfortunately, there are not. It will be a good source of gasoline, but it may also get me killed, and now I'm starting to think I should have brought a sheet rope along for all of this bullshit. And then on the other hand, ooh, look at him. On the other hand, too, the southern end of Rosewood offers a number of sights to be seen, and I honestly feel a little bit safer there. It's funny because in my Floor is Lava series, I am living in Rosewood right now, so I'm getting, like, weird flashbacks in that way, but I'm seeing a good number of cars here. I don't think that there's anywhere that you can actually dismantle a lot of radios like there is in the mall at West Point. And another final option would be the gated communities, only because the gated communities offer the protection of gates. So that would also be a very attractive place to loot. But let's just go through town and take the least risky place possible, because I don't feel like taking any risks today. I just want to destroy all the TVs. Alright, this is an area for which I have extreme nostalgia, and it goes way back to when I created a series called Lights On, where I tried using super survivors to create a powered community in Project Zomboid, but alas, it is pretty much overrun at this point, and I mean, everywhere's overrun. I don't even know what to do at this point. Like, I could stick around, but I honestly think that the best solution here is going to be to park up next to a wall somewhere so that I'm safe for tonight, gain back my energy, and tomorrow morning, I'm going to go back to the trailer park way back there, park 2 cars in front of the entrance so that it's safe for me to, you know, go in there and dismantle all the electronics, and then at that point, I don't know, pray that that's enough electronics? But, yeah, I got little else. We'll do that, and then, yep. We gotta drive more carefully, man. I'm kinda nervous about parking anywhere over here, because I'm gonna wake up swarmed, and that could also be a death sentence. So, I guess I'm just driving around looking for a parking spot for a little while. Well, quite literally nowhere is safe, not even within miles of civilization, and judging by what I saw in the northern part of Rosewood, I'm not safe anywhere within miles of this city, and my base is really an anomaly, and the rest of the world is completely uninhabitable. So what I'm gonna try to do right now is just go back to the trailer park that I was talking about a second ago, park cars in front of it, and just make it into one of the few safe havens that I can sleep in, because as things stand in the game right now, cars are like impenetrable walls. So we'll just park, I know this is a lot for a just, but just park 2 cars up in front of that wall, and then get a night's sleep so that we have enough energy to tackle some of Rosewood tomorrow, get our electrical skill, and then get the hell out of here, because I don't like this town. Okay, didn't notice this, but now apparently when you back up, you can see out of the back of your car, which is very interesting and also very good. But I wish I could see out of the front of the car, too. I wish I could see everywhere. The problem with backing into a place like this is that, see that one zombie in the place? I could... You know, I want to park the car out here and avoid hundreds, but that... I bet you if I park in there, that one is going to scratch me and somehow kill me as soon as I get out of the car, because I've noticed that in terms of mortality, It's not looking good for the moment when you get out of a car. And also, Sunday Driver is not great for these types of situations because you can't get out of them, so I am very, very cautious right here, and in fact, I may have to leave this area and then come back again in a second, but as it stands, my perception is dropping rapidly, and I may soon be unaware of my car itself again, which, if you recall, did happen earlier on in the series. Okay, and we did it. That was a genius parallel park. I passed my road test. Is that guy getting up? I believe there is one guy underneath my car. I do... Ah! Oh! You! Damn you! Stab! I hope that wasn't a bite. I hope that wasn't a bite. Laceration. Okay. There is hope. There is hope. I got lacerated... lacerationed on my head. Fuck. Alright, you know what? We're gonna use his clothes for our bandage as soon as we get him down. I did not bring a first aid kit with me. I look Russian right now. I look like I have rubles in my pockets. No one will bring me down. No bite. If I'm infected, I'm gonna be pissed. Can you imagine making it that deep into the winter? Jeez. I should have been carefuler. But you can say that all the time. I'm surprised that we aren't bleeding faster. I've seen lacerations that take your character down like 30% in 20 seconds. Die, damn you. I'm pissed. God damn, I look badass though with a bloody head. It's that back vulnerability. And they just keep coming. Jesus. Jesus. I did it for the electronics. I did it for the cars. I did it for the cars. Alright, it looks like this is not clean. We gotta clean our... Do we even have clean rags right now? Rip this clothing. Ah, God, I'm just gonna pray there's no more behind me. Finally, I get to rip this thing. Now, do we have it? Okay, we do have rip sheets to fix this up. I'm gonna get panicked, but we do have a bandaged head. Okay, as far as I can tell, that's 25% lacerations and scratch swap chances. Damn, look at that dope-ass headband. Alright, at this point, yes, there is a way out. I can hop the fence. But fuck, we just got a laceration, that's a 25% chance. That ain't good. That ain't good. But we're gonna have a lot of electronics at least. To be honest, I wish I had set infection mortality to instant, because then I would know. But then we also would not have this, you know, beautiful moment of suspense. Alright, you know what? I gotta just take care of this wound, make sure that the wound's infection doesn't kill me first off. See if there's anything else in here. I'll dismantle a couple of electronics, then we'll get to bed. Gotta figure this out. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I couldn't get so much luck with the cars back there. I dismantled one of their radios because it's, it doesn't have its back to... Actually, I could... wait, no, actually, my bad. I lied. I did two of the radios, but I couldn't get the other one by the fence. I don't have any sledgehammer or anything on me, so I can't get the other one, unfortunately. And I think I'm just going to use this area as a safe haven. I'm pretty much invulnerable in here, and I can dive out on any side that I need to, but we still got to figure out if we're infected or not. So I'm just going to take a few days, or, I don't know, a day. The problem with this character is that you only really find out if you're zombified at the last second, because, I mean, he's always got all of the signs of being zombified, so we'll see if we can find somewhere warm to stay tonight. I don't want to have to break any... I want there to be at least one... Come on. I mean, I could close the door once I get inside. That'd be fine. Yeah, you know, we'll just do that. Alright, we'll get inside, we'll get a warm night's sleep, and then hopefully not die. It's almost too beautiful. It would be perfect. It would be a perfect life if he made it till this point, but, I mean, he's just been going so long. Now it's almost the new year. Can you imagine if he made it through to the next year of the game? That would be a beautiful life A Wonderful Life. Isn't this how A Wonderful Life ended? Christ. I don't know if I'm completely mishandling lacerations and I should be doing something else. Okay, so our health, we did not die. Thank God. But I was also waiting for death at the same time. You know I've done a lot of this guy. Alright, now we have a cold to make things even worse. Fortunately, we do have tissues, but as you may know... Wow, I really missed him last night? That's sad. As you may know, tissues are practically worthless because they run out in about 3 seconds. God. Alright, we're gonna have to finish this off. I don't know how else to get... Oh, you know what? They knocked off my woolly hat. I need to go back and get my woolly hat. And really, I think that the reason why I developed a cold was because I got cold and I dropped my hat. Oh no. This is like what my friend's overactive mother used to say to him when we were kids, that if he didn't wear his hat, he would die. It may be happening now to me. I would deserve this. Holy crap, there's an animation for sneezing now? I've seen the sleeve one, but I've not seen the, like, wind-up sneeze. Alright, I'm just getting amazed by trivial things now, so let's... Alright, I'm gonna do a thorough check, get my hat back, and get on with my life. More just keep showing up. I can't tell whether they scratched me, whether it was a bug sound, or whether they just took off my headband thing, but I'm getting careless. I don't know. He's in a weird situation. I'm not used to seeing his face. I feel pretty thrown off by this. And you know what I also think is happening is that there weren't this many here yesterday. Something's up with that car. And I think they might be going around the car, or somehow getting in despite the fact that I have a car parked in there. Don't know, but I really don't think there were that many here yesterday. They're somehow getting through this. Right. I gotta say, hats are pretty OP because I'm going 3 chevrons up in terms of cold with a hat on, so in the future I'd really better look out for hats more. On the other hand, did they actually manage to hurt my hat when they came in here? I don't know if the insulation goes down when they damage it. Okay, the condition is still really high, so I presume that my hat is in great condition. It looks like we're just cold. That's going up. Let's remove the dirty bandage from our head. I look like Professor Quirrell from Harry Potter at this point. Okay, it's gonna be a couple days sleep at this point. I don't know where they are, but I'll get warning if they come in. Alright, it looks like a series of unfortunate events is gonna be followed up by a series of really ridiculously fortunate events. I've still got a laceration, but at this point we're practically at New Year's, and I think I probably would have started to see signs of nausea by now. I'm surprised that I'm not scratched, because I could have sworn that was 2 lacerations. I'm almost like praying for death at this point. This is insane. This character should not be alive. It was gratifying to see him with the mask off, though, you know. Almost like a turning point in his career. Anyway, I turned off the car's engine, so that hopefully got them away. We should be able to get out of this place. I'm not going to move the car because I need that as an escape mechanism to get out of this place. But I think at this point, I'm going to go to Rosewood. Yeah, I know, after all that crazy stuff, I'm still going to go to Rosewood. I think our cold is gone, so we won't be attracting anymore. And we're going to need food and water. And then we can come back here and not really fear any of them respawning in this spot. First off, I'm just going to have a listen by these fences. Okay, I'm still hearing zombies. I'm going to wait till I don't hear any zombies on the other side. Hop over there and then just go to the nearest part of town, because there's bound to be tons of electronics and we don't need that much more skill to get hot wiring. Okay, I don't hear any zombies by this part of town, so I guess I'm heading for the gas station first. Nope. Alright, I'm safe. I'm going to sneak my way over there, and I'm just going to try to quietly take apart a lot of the stuff in the gas station. If this does work out, I should be able to get up to, I don't know, maybe 60 electronics, and then come back here at 60, make my way into town, get to 75, and then I want to beat it out of Rosewood. I don't feel safe here. I didn't do well in the... I mean, if that was a good if that was a sign of anything that's to come, I'll die if I tried to take over this town. Okay, we made it to the gas station. It looks like the front's pretty well guarded, so I'm not actually going to try to get into the store, but what I think will be the real prize is if we manage to find some cars outside and we can dismantle their radios. So I'm just going to go quietly in here. I'm probably going to get spotted. Nope, not spotted yet. I don't know what to do. I think this probably looks like the safest car, so I'm just going to try to get it. I'm not too worried about the cars, to be completely honest. I just want to see if I can get their radios. Alright, looks like we got a little bit more attention than I had ever wanted to bring up. So, at this point... Wow, was that an insta-kill? I'm just going to try to break line of sight. You know, the problem is that when you leave them for too long, their hordes start to, like, densen up. So, anytime that we would have encountered, I don't know, like 3 or 4 at the beginning of the game, now that's like 5 or 10. Which, I mean, there's like a certain threshold where when you cross it, you just can't even fight anymore. Or if you do, you manage to get yourself killed all the time. So I'm having to rely on these weird sort of stealth mechanics that I use pretty rarely. And I don't like it. I don't trust them, to be honest. But usually a lot of patience means that you're better off. So let's try to keep using that, not get myself killed. Alright, the one advantage of having trained our strength is the fact that my character can now sneak for a pretty long time without getting too exerted. So what I might end up doing... Can we just check out our head bandage? If that's okay now, then I'm probably completely fine. Alright, I guess I'm not zombified. No more need to act so recklessly. Let's just see if we can gradually pick him off, because I think he's better with stealth now. Like, he can actually... You know, give him 24 to 48 hours, but he can clear an entire area out with a knife alone. Okay, I don't trust this situation, despite the fact that it looks incredibly beautiful. I want to stay here because it just looks so scenic. But I'm going to get myself killed if I stay this exerted. But at the same time, it's foggy. I don't know, maybe I'll go into the bus station, just recover a little bit of my energy. Then dismantle a bit, and then go home. Okay, this car has gas. Noted. I really just need it for the electronics at this point, but can we disassemble? We could disassemble the air conditioner, but that's actually a metalwork skill. Alright, ignoring them, going into the bus station, and we're actually quite safe here because of the fog. Weird to say, but I think it's true. And plan B, let's go home. Okay, so at this point, tomorrow when I go in there, I'm going to drive this car in just to kill one large group of them. Please don't be any zombies on the other side of this fence. Alright, we're safe. And then at that point, I'm just going to grab whatever other electronics I can. And I think once I get that one lot, I'm going to call that done for a day, because that's plenty. Alright, here's an example of what I was talking about before. So I cannot explain how this zombie got in here. It's... like, it makes no sense how she could have walked through that. I guess she got through the car somehow and, like, it was resolved, but... It's a little scary, but just something to keep an eye out for in case if you end up using a similar setup yourself. Okay, since this car is useless for getting high-speed kills, I'm pretty much just running them over and then taking them out by slowly rolling my old lady car all over them. Groups like that. Like, that's what we're looking out for, because there's no way I could take them all out easily, except we gotta watch that empty, because I could get really, really stuck here if I screw this up. So I want to be careful. Okay, fuck, we gotta get out of the car. That was really close, and the delay on cars always, for the record, extremely throws me off. I really thought that I was dead there. I swear the needle wasn't even at empty, but I guess we gotta watch out when it's like 90% now. I'm feeling pretty friggin' brave since I was just in a car, but let's not do anything too hasty now. I gotta say, I wish that there were more times that you could get the stealth kills, because I'm having to do so much door timing right now, it's insane. Like, nobody else has this level of door timing. It's a feat. Ah, God. I swear, one of them is gonna kill me right here. This is the exact kind of situation I do not excel at. So, I might just be better off ending the video, ending the video there. You know what? We made it over to the car lot. We have a couple more electronics to get. How many experience points are we away from hot wiring? I swear, like, I have this sixth sense now that if I keep going, I'm gonna fuck up. I'm totally gonna get killed. There's 4 right there. There's no way I'm killing 4. I'm better off just reloading and saving and taking my chances. You know what? We cheated death once for today, and I don't feel like it's gonna happen again. So I gotta wait till tomorrow. I get better luck. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any other suggestions. I know I could have used spears, but I just really like the knife. It makes me feel like a secret agent, and I live to feel like a secret. Why did he was already up? You know what? Screw it. Let's just. This is one of my favorite animations because the knife actually leaves his hand for a second. Somebody's gonna. Nope. All right. That is a great time to end. Anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!